everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another diecast restoration video. Now I hope everybody's keeping well since the last video, and I hope you're all looking forward to this one. I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for sticking with me, being patient with me. I know my models lately have been few and far between, but I'm trying to get some more done as and when I can. Okay, so this time the restoration is going to be a Matchbox Kingsize Aveling-Barford road roller, and that's K9, Matchbox number K9. As you'll see, it was in a bit of a mess, this one. I haven't done it the same colour as Matchbox did them because I prefer the colour I've done it. And I hope you like the colour I've done it. It was, like I say, in pretty poor shape, so I'm quite pleased with the outcome, the way it's turned out. Yeah, so I hope you'll enjoy this video. Okay, well that's it. Better get on with it. So as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Okay, then let's take a closer look at this one. Well, she's in pretty poor shape. The poor old driver, he's not too good either. He's he's lost his arm at the elbow, his left arm, which is a bit unfortunate. So we've got a bit of a squishing going on here. Hopefully I'll be able to straighten it. The pillar will be missing on that side, so that's going to have to be replaced. Anyway, yeah, so looking at the rest of it, I mean, it's pretty corroded. It's a bit of a mess. The steering doesn't turn, it's seized, and it's broken in there. The loop that goes over the top, it's broken where it fits to this piece here underneath. So it's only hanging on by this front piece here. So it's about to snap off really, so I'm going to have to be very, very careful with that. I'm not sure how all this gubbins works, but I guess I'll have to file or, you know, drill this out, this top bit out to get that out, and then I guess I'll have to drill down and put a rivet in there from the top. We'll have to see, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure until we undo it. So we've got two rivets in the bottom there to undo that bit. So that'll get the base off there and probably the back wheels, I would imagine. I'm not sure again. And then, like I say, this bit we'll have to file or drill the top of that rivet off. See what we've got. It's quite good. It's got the hook or towing eye left on it, which I'm surprised, judging by the rest of the, well, the state of the rest of the model, I'm very surprised that that is still intact. These back wheels are seized onto the axle, so I'm not sure what we're going to do there. We'll see. We'll see once we got the base off. But I don't think the base will actually release the back axle, because I think it goes through further up the casting, further up this casting. So Right, so this, I can't read it. Maybe can read it through that. I just can't quite read it through the little screen on the camera. So it's an Aveling-Barford road roller, made in England by Lesney. So there you go, that's what it is. This has almost snapped off. That's going to have to be glued on, so I'm going to have to be very careful. Very, very careful. Okay, we'll get the tools out and then we'll get on with it, getting this apart and see what we've got. Right, here we go. Okay, somebody asked me in the comments which size drill I use for drilling the rivets out. Well, it depends really. I don't really go by size. Look, this is my box of drills, and I just pick one that I think, you know, I know they're blunt, but you know, I'll pick one out and I'll look and I think, okay, that'll probably do for that. But I don't look at the size. I've not really been one to look at the size. I'm the kind of person that doesn't really measure anything. If it looks good by eye, it's good enough for me. I remember I made a body, an iron body on my Mark 1 Ford Transit to take my tractors on, and I measured the first cross member and then I cut all the others by the first one, and then you know, I didn't use any squares or anything. I just held it there, you know, like you do farmer's job. Shut your eyes, put the welder on, okay, that's holding enough, then put the mask and off to go. And I did the whole thing like that, and well, the body outlasted the Transit in the end, and I carted loads and loads of tractors on it. I made some ramps, and it did me well. It never broke. You know, it was great. And I took the body off it when the Transit was knackered, and I made a trailer out of it. So yeah, I never look at sizes or anything, you know, because even when I measure it, it seems to, for me, things seem to go tits up. So I go a lot by eye. And anyway, like I say, these drills, I never look which drill, but I got what size or anything. You ask me, I haven't got a clue. You know, so that's the way it is. I just look what I've got and think that'll do. Okay, so I'll just get this into my drill and then we'll have a look how we get on with this. I don't want to go too far with this one. See, I'm looking at that and it may be just a fraction too small. Not sure, but we'll get a screwdriver and try it. Now, there's nowhere really to grab hold of this. She's not really moving. So I'll go slightly bigger with my drill. And go, I'll try this one. I don't know if it is bigger. I think it's bigger. The only piece to get a leverage on is at the front there. Oh, see, that's broken now. That's gone, so we're going to have to sort that out. I knew it was right on the edge. Well, there, I'll drill that out through that way, I think. Okay. So that's still holding really tight. I don't know if anything else is holding on that. Try a bigger drill again. Or bigger drill bit again. That's my very blunt one. Must be something else holding that on, you know. I don't know. There's got to be something else holding that on. Why won't that come out? Because I'm quite sure I've drilled enough now. Quite sure I've drilled enough. I'll try a bit more with this one. That's blunt as anything. This has been a pain in the arse, this one. A big pain in the arse. Okay, that's going, but it's definitely holding elsewhere. I've bent that a little bit, but I don't know what the hell is going on here with this. I really don't. I'm going to have to take a closer look at this because it's not coming out from there. It's stuck from there. There's got to be something else. I don't know if the wheels are holding it. I'm going to have to try and get those off. Okay, I'm going to have a closer look at this. Okay then, I've freed this wheel off with some WD-40. There you go. Still seized on this wheel. I haven't tried that, but if I can get one side off, and then I'll file the axle here, which is the it's the thinner part of the peening. So I'll try and file that and get that wheel off, and then I can slide the whole axle out. I've got the flat end of the file there, no filey bits on there, just a nice smooth edge of a file. I'll see if I can get this wheel off. It's in quite a bad corroded sort of state. Yeah, I think it's coming. I think I've taken enough off. Yeah, it's going slowly. Have I taken enough? Yeah, it is going through. Tight though. Here it comes. It's going, it's gone. Okay, so that's one wheel off anyway. So, yeah, that'll slide out. Now I think the whole driver, this inside of the cockpit part comes out with the base. And I think that's what was holding it in, was that back axle. Yeah, there you go, see. That's what it was. Lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge. Oh, okay, so that hook, that little towing eye goes through that groove on the back there. So you've got to pull it this way, forward a bit. Okay, so the old chappy on there, I don't know how he fits on there. God, there's bits of wood and everything in that. Oh, that's what was stuck in there, the steering wheel. Okay, that's fallen through. So, where the hell did that go? Through there. So that was only just resting like that. That's pretty shit, really. Oh, I see. That went through the hole. Okay, so it's not shit at all. It's just me talking shit. Right. Okay. So, I have to straighten that up again now. Bent it. Cabbage, eh? I'm a cabbage. I'll probably tap that. Okay, so I'm assuming there's a peg on his backside that goes into a hole. There you go, I'll just prise him up. Oh, well, no, there you are. There's a peg on the tractor seat that goes up into his... never mind. You get the gist of it. Okay, so we'll put him aside. Okay, so once I've straightened this is ready for the caustic. I don't know how long I'm going to leave it in there, because that's very light. Doesn't feel that strong. These, I'll file them down a little bit, these rivets, and then drill into them. Now we've got this one here, I need to drill that out. Try this one. Nope, it's a little bit blunt. I must sit down and sharpen these drills. I've got to, you know, I've got to take the bull by the horns and sit down and say, look, stuff the models for a little bit. I've got to do my drills, my drill bit. Got to sharpen them. How long have I been saying about sharpening them? It's got to be over a year, isn't it? Got to be. This is I'm a bit nervous about doing this one. What I might do is get a smaller drill bit out of my rivets boxes. Okay. Right. Oh, that's hard. That is hard. Okay. Hang on, I need a slightly bigger one, but not too big. Oh dear. This isn't going to plan. Not at all. Not at all going to plan. It's gone a bit skew with that. Because this is so flimsy, I don't want to bust it. Okay, we got a bit of movement in there. Got a bit of movement. Is she coming? She's coming. She's coming. Something's happening anyway. It's coming. Okay. So we got that bit out, but look, it's all twisted. It's all twisted, so I'm beginning to wish I hadn't bothered taking this one on. There you go. I'm full of good ideas. Now, can I loosen that? Can I loosen that? Hang on. Hang on a minute. Hold your horses. I think that's going to be... Well, I thought it was going to be well seized in there. I'm not sure. It felt like it moved, but... Yeah, it did move. But I don't think I'll be putting that back in, that's for sure. We'll be sorting something else out for that. I'll keep it there for a, you know, for an idea of the size. Okay. Right, well that's, like I say, I'll drill those rivets posts out, and then I'll have to try and heat this up, but I'm figuring I'm not going to heat it up too much. See, that pillar's broken at the bottom as well, so I don't want to heat it up too much because it's going to melt. Okay, I'll have to have a look at that and try and do that gently. Okay, then I'm going to put this all in, well, try and straighten that and this, and then I'll get it in the caustic, and then I'll come back to you when it's ready for, you know, the primer, the coat of primer. Whoops-a-daisy. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm heating this up a bit. I don't want to do it too much. That pillar's definitely snapped off. I think we might have to write that one off, I'm not sure. This is getting a bit hot now, to be honest. Which way do I turn this off? Not that way, the other way. That's it. Okay, put that there. See if I can straighten this a little bit with the pliers. Oh gee, that's hot. That is hot. She's hot, my lovies, she's hot. We're getting there. We're getting there. We've got a bit of a bow there. I really need to straighten that front pillar first just to see how high this needs to be. That's still a little bit bowed there on that bit. It's not far off there. I'll put a bit of heat on that pillar. But not too much, because that's what happens. Sometimes you can melt them if you put it on for too long. And I don't want to do that. It just goes instantaneously, you know, it'll just go and melt. Oh, see, like that. That's what I didn't want to do. Okay, so I've got no choice now. I'm going to have to make them with split pins, cotter pins, whatever you want to call them. I've always called them split pins. We'll have to do something with that. Okay. Well, as they say, is that. So, I guess it's a shame actually I haven't got another one of these to go by. I guess that's probably not going to be bad. That's pretty level, that roof. Yeah, better than it was anyway. Okay, so I'm going to I'll file that a little bit, and then I'll have to put some pins in there, split pins. Okay, I'll cut all the bits and everything off camera, and then well, there's no point in putting anything in yet anyway until I've put it in the caustic. So yeah, we'll put it in the caustic, and then we'll do all this, make these two pillars. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to repair the cab pillars. Now I've got these hair clips from Boots, and I'm using one of those, the silvery ones. Doesn't really matter because they're going to be painted. And I've cut pieces off. Now this is the bit I've cut out for the other side. Now it's too wide. If you can see, it's actually too wide. So I've got to make sure I'll put it in about there, so the inside is level. And then after I've glued it in, I'll use baking powder and super glue. Once that's glued in place and dried, I'll then file the outside down level. Now I've done this side, but when I went to try to measure for this, it's cracked the top again because I filed too much off. So I've got to re-glue, and I've got to re-glue that and put some more baking powder, and then I'll make the inside a bit thicker to hold it. I mean, it won't be a restoration exactly like it was before. The pillars will be a little bit thicker, but hey ho, there you go, that's the way it goes. It'll be better than it was, let's put it that way. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm off camera, I think, so I can't see. Actually, now I've put it in the vise, it's opened that roof up a little bit, which is not really what I wanted to do. I want it to be tight enough to hold that piece there. Okay. Right, I'm going to take that out the vise again. I think, yeah. So I can't see what I'm doing over the camera. I'll take that out the vise again and then I'll glue that bit in. Okay, so I've put that piece on. I'm going to put some more glue. Some there, and then I'll put some inside as well. So I'm gonna, like I say, I'll thicken those posts up with, put some aside, I'll thicken the posts up a bit with the old baking powder, give them a bit of strength. So I'll make the pillars thicker. You know, if I put glue all the way. There. I'll get the old baking powder. Yeah, I got it here. Got it here. I'll do it. I'm going to do it over my bin. See over there. I'm trying to get the camera at an angle so you can see it. So I should do it into my tray really, so I can recycle the baking powder, but I need some new one. This one's getting a bit old, lumpy. Had it a few years. Okay, and then that's the process. Just keep on building it up and building it up, and you got a nice thick layer, and then leave it dry overnight, and then you can file it down to the right shape. Okay, I'm going to carry on with that, and then we'll come back to it and see what it's like when it's ready for painting. Right, this piece here, don't know if you remember, it was broken. Now it broke here, and it broke here, and it broke here. So effectively I had 1, 2, 3 pieces. Now I've done the same technique with that. I've glued it together with baking powder and super glue, and there, and I've shaped it with a file as best I can without weakening it too much. Now I'm going to have to be very careful with it. You know, it wouldn't do as a play model, but as you know, a display model in the cabinet, that's going to be good enough. Now this was all twisted because it had seized, so I've, you know, it's still not 100% straight, but it's as straight as I can get it like that without breaking it further. So that's that. Like I say, we're going to have to be extremely careful with that, especially when we're putting it together. Okay, so that's all ready for the primer, that piece now. This piece is all cleaned up, ready for the primer, and then obviously once this is all shaped and done, that'll be ready for the primer as well. Got the wheels, I've polished the edges, so I'm just going to paint the centres of these because I think they'll look better like that. So I've got them already masked up. That's the back, one of the back ones, both the same, and then of course I've got the 2 front ones, which the same thing. They're very, very badly pitted. I'm not going to try and fill that. I think, you know, it's not worth the hassle, and I don't know how good it would be. On this one I have done Martin's trick, because again it's very pitted. Now I've left that bit around where the wheels are, where the wheels go, because you won't see that very much, but here, I don't know if you can see it, very pitted. Now fill that with super glue, as Martin's shown us, but then I can't get the file in to sand it down, so I'm hoping it's going to look alright like that. Hope I left it, you know, with it flat so the glue would spread. So I'm hoping that's going to be okay. We shall see when we come to put the primer on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shape that when it's dry. Well, I'll show you how I do it probably. Okay, so I'll catch you in a bit. Right, okay, we're all done. I've put that in. I've sanded it down. I filed it down. I know it looks as if it's got lumps and bumps, but I think it's all smooth. It feels smooth. So we're going to go, well, I'm just going to clean it in methylated spirits now, and then we're going to go out and, well, I am anyway, and spray the primer on it. Okay. Right, okay, we've got the primer on. The pitting, it hasn't done that well with the super glue. You can't see very well because the light's not very good. But anyway, I've done the base. Basically all the bits have been done with the primer and the wheels and everything. So I'm going to go and spray the colour coat on. It's been raining most of the afternoon. It's stopped now, but not ideal conditions, but I want to get this done. So I'm going to go and spray the colour coat on, and then we'll have a look when that's done. Right, okay, we're going to start putting together. Unfortunately, I broke my pillar again, me being clumsy, so now it shows that I've repaired it, but I'm not going to do it again. I've just got to try and make the best of a bad job, I suppose. I've sort of patched it up the best I can. I'll put some hand lacquer around to try and disguise it a bit. I had run out of this paint as well. I used the last lot when I sprayed it, so I've got some that almost matches but not quite. But anyway, it's still a lot better than it was originally. Right, okay, so let's start putting this together. Now I've got this big rivet, so what I'm going to do is put that in to here, and then what I've got, I couldn't find another rivet long enough and small enough to go inside that rivet. I'm going to put a washer in between. So what I've got is a screw. Now I haven't got a tap small enough to thread that screw into that rivet, so I've sort of forced it in with a screwdriver, so it's taken the thread a little bit off the screw, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to glue it in anyway. So what I'm going to do, I need to get my potted glue ready. I might be better just to put some glue in that rivet first. Oh, I've lost my cocktail sticks now. Oh, yeah. Oh God, they're right in front of me. Okay, I'll have a couple of it. Oh, yeah, the lid's come off and they've gone all over the floor. Oh dear, this isn't going very well for me, this one. A bit like the last one actually. The last model I had a bit of problems with. Right, so let's get some glue inside this rivet. I hope, actually that might be enough, because if I put too much it'll all squash out and it might jam the steering. I don't want that. Okay, so we're going to put this, I need some tweezers. I'm going to put that screw in there. up from the bottom, like so. Let me get my tiny screwdriver just to push it in. Now what I want to do is to, this is going to be very awkward, put that washer on there, and then we want to try and get that up in there. And push him in. And hopefully that should glue in there. Hopefully. Hopefully. Right. Leave that dry for a little bit and then I'll come back to you. Right, that seems to be okay. It turns. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, I think I'm going to put the steering wheel in, and I'll put a little blob of glue on that, I think. Okay. Move that out of the way. There. And then we've got to put that up into there. Got to put the hook in. Hang on, I'm going to have to turn this way and get the hook in the back there. I don't know if you can see. Push it in the little groove like that, and then push it back and try and push it down. Chips the paint when you do that. But I think that's more or less home. Okay, so then we'll just put the rivets in. So a bit of glue again. I'll just maybe zoom in a little bit. I'm pushing the wrong thing now. There you go, zoom in a bit. One, two. That was a stroke of luck, that went in the hole. Okay, so we got the old rivets. One. And two. There. Okay. I can turn that back the right way now. I've got to be careful not to put too much pressure on these pillars again. Right, we can put the wheels through now. So I've already put the pin in that side in the hollow tube. So we'll pass it through and hope it goes through all the way. Trying to line it up the other side is not so easy. Now it's through, and I'll put it like that, and maybe put a little spot of glue on that axle. That's enough. Get the pin, we'll get the wheel first, might be better. See what I'm doing. Yeah. It's not going in. Oh dear. See, this is where you run into problems sometimes. You gotta take him off again. Right, need to maybe run the drill through. I thought I'd checked all that. I thought I had checked all that. Okay, we'll run that through. Hopefully that should be okay. Still a bit tight, but that's better. Okay, now we get the pin. Push her on in, and that should do it. Okay, so that's that one. So now we've got to do the front one. Right, let's see. So again, what I've got to do is put one roller that way and one that way. Now this is going to be a bit tricky. How am I going to do this? I need to, well, I push that through a little bit, and then I get one roller in. Because that one's a bit tight, and I'll pass the drill through that one as well. I think it's just the paint bunging it up. Right. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. let's see. Okay, that's going through. So we need to get the other one. Not so easy. Okay, we got it. Come on, there you are, she's through. Right, again, we'll put a little bit of glue. Should do. Put the lid on before we lose that. We'll spill it. Okay, so we've got the pin, and we'll put the pin in there. Right. So that's that. So that's all spinning. She's all rolling. Okay. Now then, we've got to put little man in. The driver. With his artificial arm. Yeah. I suppose I better put a little spot of glue again on the spike on the seat. Don't want too much. That'll do. Right, let's get him in there. I just need something to push down on him. Not that. Can't quite get him all the way down. Probably. Don't know why he won't go all the way. That's about as far as I can get him. Yeah, I can't get him anymore. Anyway, he's almost there. I don't want to break the hands off again. Okay, so that's pretty much that. That's quite nice. Rolling okay. Yeah, pleased with that. Okay, I've got some decals from Black Square. I haven't opened them yet. I think they're the red ones. I don't know if you can get the black ones, but I thought I'd just get the red ones. Now, let's put this back up a bit higher again. camera's come loose. Let us see. That down there. Well, there they are. They're definitely the red ones. I would have tried to make them, but I would have had a job, it's upside down, to do the horse emblem. Now I've got 2 sets of these. I might be able to scan those for another time if I do any more of these rollers. Okay, well I'm going to cut these out, and then I'll get some water, and then we'll get on and put those on. Right, okay, I've cut these out. They're you've got to cut them very close, because there's not much room. They've got to go on the roller sort of there. So there's not much room. So I'll lift that up a little bit. Zoom out. I don't want to zoom out too much, but right, I'm going to put this, well, I'll put one at a time in the water, because I think this could be a bit tricky. As you know, me doing these decals is not the best of things. Oh dear, I need some cotton buds and I haven't got any. I did have some, but I don't remember where I put them. Ah, I got some. I got some. I knew I had some. Right. Okie dokie. So it's got to go right down there. Okay, she's starting to slide. Right. I can't see what I'm doing with the camera in front of me. Try my glasses. Now my glasses are steaming up. Sorry if I'm going out of shot. Keeps moving. It really needs to go. A bit more forward. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that one at that. Doesn't look too bad. I'll only make it worse or break it. Okay, so I'll do the other one off camera and then I'll come back to you. Okay then, that's that. Another one saved from the Matchbox scrapyard. Yeah, it's turned out quite nice, I think, considering the condition it was in. There's still quite a lot of pitting on it. There's pitting on the rollers, but there you are. Not a lot you can do about that. I suppose I could have kept sanding them and sanding them, but I didn't want to sand too much off. So it is what it is. So yeah, I hope you like the outcome of it, and you know, I hope you've enjoyed the video. So as I will say, thanks very much for watching, and if you have enjoyed it, please join me again next time for another die-cast restoration. And in the meantime, until then, please take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you again in the next video. Now I'm going to do the outdoor shots again, and then the usual turntable shots, and yeah, that'll be that. So until next time, cheerio for now, bye bye, abato, see you then.